It's time for Sctv with Ethan Humble, Sophie Reese, Katie Burns, Sam Hying, and Dylan McChesney. Good evening, and welcome back to Sctv, Simpson College's first student-run weekly newscast. I'm Ethan Humble.
And I'm Sophie Reese. Thanks for joining us as you begin this much-needed fall break.
As you all know, Homecoming Week was last week, and with its 1990s theme, it was a lot of fun.
Our Katie Burns led an effort in making this montage showing all the fun. And a big win for Simpson Student Media, who won the overall Homecoming Week trophy, spearheaded by Ethan.
It was such a fun week, and I had a great time coordinating the team's effort. I really could not have done it by myself.
To help fuel all of the school spirit from Homecoming Week, the college also unveiled its new spirit shop.
Located right where the storm cellar was, the new shop is no longer selling books in person. The focus is entirely on store merch.
In a poll conducted on the Simpsonians' Twitter, nearly 60% of the 115 respondents said they either feel positively or very positively about the shop.
Our Katie Burns was at the ribbon cutting and got more insight into how the students feel.
As you can see, with the new rebranding, my shirt is out of style. Simpson College had the first grand opening of the new Spirit Shop on October 14th during Homecoming Week. The Simpson community gathered during Homecoming Week to celebrate the new and improved Spirit Shop. Senior Chase Henry was a part of the board to discuss the true meaning behind revamping the bookstore to the new Spirit Shop.
I would say the main push was the lack of student interest in buying books on campus. With Chegg and Amazon, a lot of students are just going to online platforms. It's a big space, so utilizing it to its full capability through merchandise and different apparel, swag, was kind of a strategic decision. When I was a first year, it was kind of like the same apparel throughout my whole 3 years, so seeing a bunch of variety along with the rebrand was pretty cool as well.
Henry also expressed that the new merch has more inclusivity to the Simpson College community.
There's not just the red, gold, white, black either. There's pink, blue. There's something for everyone. So that was a big goal of the new shop, is to make it more inclusive and make everyone want to come here.
Students on campus are enjoying not only the swag, but also the look of the shop.
I think it's interesting to see a whole bunch of different things happening on in the Spirit Shop now. That's more things that say Simpson College versus just the standard things with just shirts. Things like more TV, not TVs, more hats, memorabilia, and mugs like that.
Honestly, I'm surprised. I am impressed and surprised. I especially love the pictures on the top. I think it really ties into school spirit more. So it makes it feel like it's more of our school. I was not overall pleased with the mascot at first, but seeing it on the merch now, it actually looks pretty dope.
Back when it used to be the bookstore, students were able to purchase books for classes. Some students don't mind the change for the store to be all merch, but it does affect some students who relied heavily on the bookstore.
I think it's better to get our message out there, but I still think some students will want to try to purchase the books through Simpson. But then again, there's Amazon. But I think having this here now is beneficial for college purpose.
I'm 50-50 on it because I came here mostly for book stuff. Being out of state, it really helped me that the bookstore was here on campus instead of I don't really have a car, so I can't go anywhere else to get my stuff.
Henry also explained that the prices in the store have more range to meet the needs of the students and the rest of the community.
We're trying to stay with well-known brands, but also minimize costs, so there's some, not off-brand, but cheaper options. So there's a large range of price for anyone and everyone. So again, part of that inclusivity.
Store hours for the Spirit Shop are not set in stone and will be available in the coming weeks. For SCTV, Katie Burns.
Looks very fresh and clean from what I can see.
Sodexo is using a new application for mobile devices to help streamline the ordering and pickup process for on-campus dining.
Our Sam Hying has your tutorial on how the Everyday app works and how you can use it to your benefit.
Simpson College is changing their online ordering app from Byte to Everyday. And here's an interview with Ben Nielsen to why that is.
There was a switch from corporate. The Byte University app just wasn't very user-friendly. We were having too many issues with it, so they ended up just switching to a more user-friendly one. It was actually originally called 12, and then they renamed it to the Everyday app. So it looks a lot more like DoorDash or Uber Eats. So you can actually, now you can order from Starbucks, which on the Byte app it wasn't there. So it's Starbucks or Millie's, Subconnection, and Tyler's. So you can order your sandwiches, coffee, whatever you'd like to do. It is pretty generalized to the main menus, but we do have like bottled soda and chips and stuff on there. We'll slowly expand it to include some more C-store items if possible, but right now it's just basically the core menus on it you can order off of. Anybody can use it. So anybody on campus or guests can use it. So with the Everyday app, you can use your board plan, so you can use your boards on your Flex, or you can pay with Apple Pay or Google Pay. So anybody can sign up for it as long as they use the code that's on the flyers, which is 9421. So once you go download it, you connect to Simpson College and anybody can order off of it.
I'm outside of the old Red Mango, where we all formerly know this place as a smoothie place. But now, Simpsons has intentions of changing this to where we pick up our online orders.
It actually, we're hoping that if the students get used to it, it will actually cut down some of the lines, especially over here in Kent. We know that Subconnection is one of the most popular ones over here, Tyler's. You can order ahead and actually just pick it up. We're turning the old Red Mango into the express pickup area. So it's actually already going. So we finally got it up and going about 2 weeks ago, or about a week and a half. Everything was up and going. You can also view the Viper menus on there too. So at the very top, it's just a view only, can't order off of it. But we did a couple tablings. I'll do some more here just to kind of get the word out and give away some free stuff too. So that's always a fun thing.
And we all love prizes. For SCTV, I'm Sam Hying.
Looks like a huge convenience for all Simpson students.
Our final news story takes us to the parking lots, where there have been an uptick in parking tickets this school year.
We sent our Kendra Campbell to learn where the parking hotspots are and how students can appeal a ticket they feel was unfairly administered.
Chris Ferrix, Director of Security and oversees parking, says security gives out an average of 2,000 to 3,000 parking tickets a year. The hotspots include Hillman and Wallace. Here's how you can appeal.
The Student Conduct Board will have a member or two that'll serve on the Parking Appeals Committee. So you would bring your ticket to me and we would talk about it, and then I would say, okay, go to SC Connect, and just where you went basically to register your vehicle, there's an appeal link. So click on that, you'll fill it out. It's just a narrative. You just write down what you think we need to know, and then you'll submit it, and then we will receive it, and then the students will review it, and they make the determination.
Ferrix then discusses some stipulations when appealing your parking ticket.
If they want to appeal it, they need to make sure there's a 10-day window that they need to appeal. So like I said, you can't come to me. It's very difficult to come to me in October with tickets that you got at the beginning of the school year.
For SCTV, Kendra Campbell.
Great work, Kendra. I'll be sure to stay away from Kent and Wallace.
Now for our sports this week. The Simpson shooting sports team is about halfway through their fall slate.
Our Tristan Murdoch went to a team practice to check in on how the team is feeling thus far.
Shooting team is off to an explosive start with some longtime athletes of the sport at the helm.
My name is Braden Paxson. I'm a junior here at Simpson. I'm studying computer science, and I've been on the trap team, and I've been shooting trap ever since about 8th grade.
So I'm a junior here, health and exercise science major. So I shot for 5 years before coming here, so around 8th grade.
With the team coming off such a successful last season, preparation is key to keeping the success going.
One of the biggest things for trap shooting is you have to be prepared mentally. So you have to be in the mental mindset that you're going to be ready no matter what the weather is outside. You got to be in the game, so just going over in your mindset of being prepared and being ready.
As far as what makes a successful team, this is what Coach Martin had to say.
A lot of that is the team makes itself. You build a culture around what you're trying to establish. Teamwork, finding the right personalities to get together. Just because you can shoot good doesn't mean that you're the right personality or the right fit necessarily. You have to want to be part of the team. Even though this is an individual sport, it's still got a team aspect to it.
With the past success still lingering and putting the pressure on, team members had this to say about the future.
I feel really confident. We got a lot of good starters that came from last year on the national team, and we got a couple new people that are picking up the weight as well of what the seniors we did lose last year. So I'm feeling really confident.
I mean, we got a target on our back after last year, but I think if we all stick to the game plan and focus on what we can control and what we can do, then there's a pretty good shot.
For Sctv, Tristan Murdick.
We wish the team the best as they continue their season.
Ethan hinted at it in last week's soccer highlights. We have another athlete deserving recognition.
He's a 5-year starter on the team and has collected ARC Athlete of the Week honors several times. Let's learn more about the soccer team's defender, Ricardo Ibarra.
Dylan McChesney has the feature.
Marshalltown, Iowa, number 4, Ricardo Ibarra.
Ricardo Ibarra is a fifth-year senior here at Simpson studying health and exercise science. When asked why he came back for a fifth year, he said,
"Just to come enjoy some time with my boys again. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, I love school and stuff, but for sure to come back and, get my feet wet a little bit more."
Ricky did have other options after high school. However, he felt like staying close to his family, and coach Rick Isaacson is sure glad he did.
Sure, Ricky, the best way to describe Ricky is he's a warrior. So he's filled multiple roles for us over the last 4 years. He's played in our midfield, throughout our midfield. He's played throughout our back line. He's really kind of a Swiss Army knife in terms of his position.
When we asked Ricky one thing he has taken from the sport over his time here at Simpson, he said,
"Honestly, teamwork. Teamwork does make the dream work. Not one person can do it themselves, like myself included."
And one of Ricky's favorite memories couldn't have happened without it.
My favorite memory was probably beating Loris at the Rock Bowl, first time in a long time. I think that was probably one of the core memory for me, for sure.
When Ricky is not out on the field playing soccer or studying, he is enjoying quality time with his teammates.
Play a lot of FIFA. Can't really get away from the sport of soccer, so when we can't physically play, we just use our thumbs to twiddle and play FIFA.
After graduation in December, Ricky's plan is to work with the American Lung Association in their health promotion department. For Sctv, Dylan McChesney, out.
Sounds like the fifth year has been worth it.
In other sports, the football team took to the field in its homecoming game against Loris on Saturday.
Courtesy of Simpson Athletics Video, we have some highlights from the game.
Simpson Storm homecoming. They come into this game at a tough 0-5 start to the season, hungry for a win. Snap is taken here, rolls out to the left. Shovel pass is blocked up by the Loris defender, and they're going to actually run this one back for a score. That makes the game 14-0 Dewhawks. And it would be tough sledding for the Storm here early. A blocked field goal attempt there. While it's grabbed by the Simpson Storm, that's not going to really do us any good here. Loris ball taking that back the other way. They're going to finish that drive with a nice out route to the left. The touchdown is good, and the 2-point conversion is good. Score holds at 22-0. Loris spoiling Simpson's homecoming. Jay Jensen takes the snap, looks up the middle. He finds Reed Worth. A big play there, and that would be the only score for the Storm in the first half. But it's a big one. Reed Worth taking that one to the house on the big air play. He would actually win Simpson Athlete of the Week honors on the male side this week for his efforts. Loris going to put that one in and make the score 29-7 at the half. They looked really good the first half, passing the ball well, running the ball well, not doing a lot of things poorly. Here in the second half, Jay Jensen opens up play for the Storm. He's looking for his favorite receiver again. Reed Worth hauls that one in at the end zone, and that's going to be a great grab from him in his effort. And a little out route here, running it back with another score. Jay Jensen finds Hunter Dahlgren in the end zone. A great Simpson touchdown there. But another Loris touchdown. They'd just be trading punches, and it was just too much for the Storm to really come back from. Loris is just going to really run away with this one. Final score is going to be 63-21. Simpson falls to 0-6 on the year despite it being homecoming. Just 4 games left to turn it around.
Spencer Moon won his 6th career individual title with his career-best 8K time of 23 minutes and 34 seconds at Mahoney State Park in Nebraska Saturday.
With his time, Moon beat out the entirely 147-runner field. with most competitors coming from Division I and Division II schools. The women's team finished 7th, with Laura Callum leading the team.
Women's soccer won both of their road games since we last checked in. They first beat Central 6-1 behind Megan Roberts' hat trick and epic bicycle kick.
Then they defeated Luther 5-3 thanks to Cassie Nash's 5-goal explosion, the most by a Simpson player since 2003. Incredible!
The men's team also defeated Central 1-0 before tying Luther at 2 goals apiece.
The women's tennis team went to Decorah to play in the American Rivers Conference Championship last weekend. Kira Anderson advanced to the quarterfinals in the C-Flight singles bracket, and Bella Tranquilino won her first-round match in the A-Flight singles bracket as well. Karina Covington and Kennedy Wright also won their first-round B doubles match.
Women's swimming and diving kicked off their season by finishing 3rd of 5 teams at the Spire Relays, while the men took 3rd of 4. That's going to be all from us here tonight.
We humbly thank you for your time. We will be back next week. Until then, you stay classy, Simpson.